Welcome to the Detroit Autoshow, where Mercedes kicks off the new year with a true highlight, the unveiling of the new SL. Ladies and gentlemen, a classic beauty, the new SL. Oh, wait a minute. I think there's something wrong. Although this is a classic beauty from the 1950s, I don't think I picked the right car. Let's go back again. This is it. Unlike the 300 SL that you saw before, this is a modern interpretation of that beautiful classic car. Well, first of all, the new SL has become a little bit longer and a little bit wider, but it still looks like a very compact, sleek and sporty car. But there are some new things here. For example, if you look at the front, now it definitely has some design elements that I believe to have seen before. For example, in the CLS or the SLK. And with those new lights and an intelligent light system of Mercedes-Benz, I think it really lights up everything in front of the hood. Well, no car is complete without the back end. And this back end has undergone a slight evolution. It still reminds me of the predecessor, but it does have new lights and new tailpipes. And the arrangement, very elegant, I must say. The new SL definitely deserves the S in its name for sporty, because it has a new heart, a 4.6-liter bi-turbo V8 with 435 horsepower and a whopping 700 Newton meters. They propel this car up to 100 kilometers per hour in just 4.6 seconds. And it is even 30% more fuel efficient. I mean, what more could you want? I bet it's a really terrific ride. As the SL is a car with a very proud tradition, the new version should not at all be ashamed for having borrowed a design element from the traditional 300 SL from the 1960s, namely the side groove here. A great innovation, yet a very small scale, are the new windscreen wipers on the new SL. They're called Magic Vision Control. Now, the great thing is you don't have those little jets that spray water all over the place, but they're integrated into the windscreen wiper. And they're very clever. If the roof is open, there is less water on the top and more on the bottom, so you never get a wet head. And that's Mercedes, the best or nothing. But the biggest revolution is on the inside, because this cockpit is absolutely brand new. And I think this is definitely a very elegant one. If you, for example, look at the instruments, they are in gray, silver, black, and red. This is not a boring cruiser. This is a sporty Gran Turismo, and that's pretty much what the SL is. Look at the steering wheel, for example. Got all the gizmos you need. You can change the gears on the steering wheel, and nice little feature, a flattened out bottom. Gotta love that. But also, the gear lever, tiny little thing with SL embossed in it. And one other thing, which we have probably seen in other cars as well, are the cooling and heating vents. Seen them in the SLS and the SLK. And I definitely can say that is a nice feature. So the new SL looks good without the top, but how does it actually look when the top is up? And that's one of the huge advantages of driving an SL. You have a hard top. So once the full metal roof is up, you're pretty much safe from all the rain, snow, and bad weather, which makes the SL a perfect year-round car. Although the new SL has become longer and wider, it's still 140 kilograms lighter than its predecessor. Well, how did Mercedes do it? Well, they use an aluminum frame, which makes the car lighter, more fuel efficient, and even more agile. And that is a good thing. And it has yet another upside, because Mercedes used the spaces that this frame allowed to integrate the base box in the middle of the car instead of the doors. So that frees up extra space, integrating the base box into the car itself instead of having it externally on the doors or somewhere else. Really enhances the sound. And with this Bang & Olufsen sound system, you can imagine what a big boom it's going to produce. Mercedes-Benz has definitely proven that the environment is really important to them here in Detroit. They've gone green, or should I say brown, with the E300 Blue-Tech hybrid for the European market with, well, 4.2 liters, 400 kilometers. That's a really good mileage. Well, for the US market, perhaps you might go for the E400 hybrid, which does 27 miles per gallon. Now, that is really green or brown. That's it from the Detroit Auto Show with a short introduction of the new SL and some of the new hybrid models. But for me, this is not the end of my US trip, as I'm going to be going to California to test drive the new ML, like this one. Well, actually, not like this one. I'm going to be going for a very special version.